Hello, people of Earth, it's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast, and today we got a TV and a pape to bring to you, as we are once again in charge of strong-style wrestling in Wrestling Empire. But before I get to that, I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat or checking us out on VOD, no matter who, what, where, when, why, or how you happen to be in this great big old world of ours. We are happy to have you with us, and we hope that it finds you well. I was doing all this prep, I did the best I could, but even with that, I managed to neglect to reset my microphone. But we got it done, and here we are, ready to roll here in Wrestling Empire. We got a lot of action headed your way today, so let's keep rolling. We are in Nunavut? Okay, what do they like in Nunavut? Heels, and they hate Hurricane Ranas. Well, I can't do anything about that. Excuse me. Yeah, I can't do anything about that, but I can help you with the undercard and whatever else. Oh, I forgot. We got new uniforms for the referees. Coach Emerson, come on through. You're going to be starting today, your very first referee gig. There we go. That's hilarious. And our first match is, in fact, going to be a tag team affair. So let's get people prepared in their respective corners. Okay, in this corner, we have the father figures. Going up against Greater Than Great, Sasuke, and Too Hottie. There we go. Now, rules-wise, we set it to tag teams. Everything else standard. SWA rule or SSW rules apply. Excuse me. First fall winning, no time limit. Pinfalls only in the ring. Other than that, anything goes. Let's put the props in and out of the ring and get them to about 12. There we go. No tether. Rules-wise, we're good. Cast-wise, we're okay. Don't need a script for this one. Action in our tag team division to start us off this afternoon. Betwixt. Betwixt. Oh, the father figures. And Greater Than Great. Pardon me, whilst I finish my lunch here. Little teriyaki tofu and rice. Nothing fancy, but good stuff. Here they come, Greater Than Great, the Great Sasuke, and the Great Too Hottie. Great Sasuke, former world champion here. Oh, God! And with nothing to say, we are underway as we have Manami Toyota and Red Shoes Ueno at the commentation station for this one. Your illegal combatants, the Great Too Hottie and Christian Cage here. As you see, our new referee, Coach Emerson, sporting our new referee attire. A hazardous safety vest. Perhaps as a warning to all those who would dare bend or break the rules here in Strong Style Wrestling. Not that we have many rules to bend or break, but those that we do. Great Too Hottie having a quick smoke. Oh, God! Double arm DDT by Christian Cage. Now Coach Emerson returning to the ring, trying to get Drew McIntyre and Great Sasuke out of the ring. As always, the referee's job here in Strong Style Wrestling, never finished. As now a figure four applied in the ropes to the Great Too Hottie by Christian Cage. There you get a good look at Coach Emerson, our new referee here. After Bobby the Brain Heenan's unfortunate accident, loss of limb, means that he's unlikely to return to the company. Is that a human heart? What is that? Is that a mana potion? Oh, it's a drumstick, maybe? Oh, Great Too Hottie was going for a tag, but Great Sasuke entered the ring, preventing that from happening. No time limit in this one. Crowd loves heels. We're trying to go babyface heel in each matchup, so they at least love half of what they're seeing. Scotty again, trying to make that tag. Christian Cage, I think, tripped over the cigarette in the center of the ring. Drop kick to the face. To the mush of the Great 2 Hottie. Father figure's looking real strong in the opening couple of minutes of this contest. Great 2 Hottie desperate for a tag. Christian Cage trying to block it. Great 2 Hottie counters. No gut wrench into a dragon sleeper. Gator roll by Christian. Spins him around. A more traditional headlock. 2 Hotties still fighting away here. As we got a good bird's eye view over the shoulder of one Great Sasuke in the corner of Greater Than Great, awaiting a tag. Referee taking a quick smoke break, middle of the match. Oh my god, gut wrenched over the top rope! Physics be damned! Up and over goes the Great 2 Hottie. Christian Cage loving this. Father figures in firm command of the opening contest of today's action. You see the Great 2 Hottie struggling to get back to his feet. Oh, what a moonsault press by Great Sasuke, catching Christian Cage unawares. Meanwhile, the Great 2 Hottie absorbs a Claymore kick to the back of the dome. And now Drew McIntyre tagged in for realsies. Not just for play. Oh, a clubbering shot with the drumstick. Takes out 2 Hottie and his own partner. Collateral damage. Up and over he goes, once again holding on to that. Oh, I just beat him in the face with a drumstick. Rather unorthodox weapon being utilized by Drew McIntyre, but nonetheless effective. Trying to slow things down. No submissions here. In Strong Style Wrestling, no submissions, no disqualifications. Got to win your fights by a 3 count and another Claymore to the side of the dome, leaning into the pin as he stares at the Great Sasuke, and that will do it. The father figure's absolutely dominating Great 2 Hottie, and therefore Greater Than Great. Drew McIntyre's thing went up for being the his status went up for winning. Sure. A mostly peaceful tag match. It was just a 3-star affair. Great 2 Hottie required stitches. Won't be back. Oh, okay. Hang on, that actually affects our booking for next week. So let me just go ahead and make a change. Okie doke. Sasuke's upset that he wasn't involved. Yeah, he didn't even get tagged in. They isolated the Great 2 Hottie and did what they needed to do. Christian's profile is improved for winning. The end. Okay. That one wasn't great. Let's be honest. It wasn't great. Okay, so in this corner... Can I... Changing people... There we go. Mickey James. And in this corner, new hiree, Bull Nakano! Welcome to the squad, Bull Nakano. Alright, rules-wise. Standard SSW affair. In the ring. Cast is okay. Actually, we're going to get a different... There we go. Get a different referee. And script-wise... Is it a babyface turn? Babyface turn! Bull Nakano appeals to the support of the fans. She's a bad guy right now. We need her to be a good guy. So we have an even number of heels and faces in the women's division. Okay. That is it. Standard rules. Cast is set. Let me just make sure. Sometimes I get worried that like I don't set a way for them to win. They have a way to win. Face turn for Bull. Here we go. Must be early in Bull's career because she doesn't even have her makeup and stuff. Like her hair's not even up, you know? Once she turns babyface, maybe I'll have to go and do a little something. Tweak her outfit a bit. Maybe she already did. In her promotion, she's like copying someone else's attire. Much like Mickey James looks like Lita. Here she is, accompanied by friend and tag team partner and women's world champion Hurdy Gurdy. There you see Ultimo Dragon at the commendation station with Coach Emerson. Ultimo Dragon nursing injuries so severe they might never return to the ring. Listen up, everybody. There's something I need to get off my chest before we go any further, says Bull Nakano. Into the camera held by Red Shoes Ueno. I know I've been a jerk in recent times. I've said and done some things that I'm not proud of. But I've realized that we're nothing without the support of the fans. You're the electricity that gives us life. With your help, I know I can be a better wrestler. I hope I can repay you by fulfilling my potential. Hey, are we done with all the life-changing crap? The only drama that matters is in this ring. As she shakes the hand of the Women's World Champion, hurdy-gurdy. Ding, 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 and we are underway. The debut of Bull Nakano in Strong Style Wrestling. As we said, Coach Emerson and Ultimo Dragon calling the action from a sideways commentation station. Oh, oh. Oh, what a big headbutt by Bull. Up and... Gonna hold her for the delayed first sheer drop brainbuster onto the chair by Nakano to Mickie James, former Women's World Champion. Best friends with current Women's World Champion, hurdy-gurdy. A lot of weaponry involved here. A lot of pressure for Bull Nakano. Debuting in the biggest promotion in the world here. Up and over goes Red Shoes. Oh, who no longer has red shoes. I should fix that. Oh, release German by Bull. Up and over goes Mickie. Nice cradle attempt by James. Bull Nakano able to slip through. Double stomp misses. Now a nightstick in the hands of Bull Nakano. Newly minted babyface here in the women's roster. Spinning gut wrench by Bull into a cover. 1, 2, barely a 2 count before Mickie James kicks. Double stomp to the glutes of one Bull Nakano. And now a brainbuster delivered by Mickie James, momentum of which sent her reeling backwards. A release German over the top to the floor. Mickie James in all sorts of trouble. Hurdy-gurdy on the far side of the ring there. Staying well out of the action. Appreciate that. There we go. As you see Bull waiting in the ring with a steel chair. Perfectly legal in Strong Style Wrestling. No disqualifications. You must incapacitate your opponent for a 3 count. That's the only way to win. As the drone can continues to spin. Hey, Rocco, what's going on, buddy? How's your day going? Oh, camel clutch with the chair by Bull. Into a rolling neck snap. Nice counter there by Mickie James. Rolls forward and gets trapped. Now they're exchanging submissions on the ground here. Action picking up between Mickie James and new hiree Bull Nakano. Do not adjust your sets. She does not have her trademark haircut or makeup exactly. I don't know if you can do the little lightning bolts and stuff. I don't think they're on Luna, so I don't think they'd be on Bull either. Oh my god! Deadlift powerbomb! 2! James out at 2. How you enjoying the Baldur's Gate there, Rocco? I saw you posting and playing there. Hey, Gaming Master. Nice to see you as well. Hope you're having a good day. Maybe LT. Maybe it's easier to just say LT. We're trying. We're trying to put the new hire over. In that we brought her up here. We made her baby face immediately because she was a heel. So now she's against dastardly heel former champion Mickie James. Crowd's loving it. We're at a 4-star affair. 3.5 minutes in. We got these new referee uniforms we're rocking with the safety vest. Big day for Strong Style. Tucked and powerbombed again! Got to restarting your BG3, trying different classes. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I do that too. Try to find something that you like playing as. It's kind of that fits your personality and play style sort of thing. That's cool. Glad you're having fun with it. Oh. Oh, sheer drop brainbuster onto the chair by Mickie James. Bull Nakano trying to roll out of harm's way. Now crawling back toward her opponent. Oh, blocks the chair with the bell. Mickie James counters the brainbuster into a neck breaker. Beautifully done. Out of midair. But once again, powerbomb onto the title. 1, 2. No, Mickie James escapes. Good gravy. So far, a hard-hitting affair. Big body slam by Bull. Still trying to get her feet about her here in SSW. Let me go ahead and change whatever this music is that sounds like just squeaky pipes or something. There we go. Bull Nakano seems to like that ring bell. Oh, sent up and over by Mickie James, though. Mickie James is hanging in there and hanging in there. Bull's going to try to finish her off here sooner rather than later. You can't let former world champion Mickie James back into the fight like this. You see the current world women's champion, hurdy-gurdy, on a table at ringside. Best friend and tag team partner of Mickie James. Oh, Mickie goes low. Spinning toe hold. Grabbed into a cradle by Mickie. Bull's out at 1. Mickie in a bad, bad way here. Hanging on for dear life. Oh my gosh. As they now trade blows in the ropes into a spear by Mickie James. Caught into a hammerlock by Bull Nakano. Flips her over. Pardon me, the drone cam's going nuts. There we go. Back to the exchange of submissions on the ground here. Up and over goes Mickie James. Flipped to the floor. Bull Nakano feeling the adrenaline to the top rope. Drops an elbow to the prone form of Mickie James on the floor below. Into a camel clutch. Mickie James screaming in pain. A visual submission, but there aren't any subs. At least not submissions in strong style wrestling. Again, it's weird ice cream salesman music. Like, what is going on, Pretzel Rocks? Okay, I'm glad that it's over soon. Little Scamp. Very strange. What a weird genre we've locked into here. Up and over! Belly to belly by Bull! Drags her to the center of the ring. Drops a knee. Gets tossed aside by Mickie James, trying to get a bit of space here to catch her breath, I think. She's now at ringside. Made a play to grab that basketball and missed. Oh, got it this time. Belly to belly with the basketball. Now dribbling it off of the head of Bull into a German suplex. Back into the ring goes Mickie James. As you can see by the health bars, a fairly even matchup, 7.5 minutes in. Oh, what a clattering shot by James to Bull. Oh, absorbed the first one, but the second one sent her spiraling to the outside. Mickie James was indeed ballin'. Oh, God! Laid out with another chair shot. These unprotected steel chair shots to the head. Do not try this at home, people. Oh, hang on. Caught her with a spear, did Mickie. 2, 3. Ruins the debut of Bull Nakano. Does Mickie James. That's all right. It was a magnificent match. And perhaps we'll do a rematch. Oh, you know what? That's hilarious. I booked the wrong match. That's funny. That was for the pay-per-view. Hang on. Let's put that here then. I had a match with Bull Nakano later. She's no longer in it. No problem, says I. Give me 2 seconds to reconfigure who was in the match. So Mickie James steals a big win from Bull Nakano, but we accomplished our goal of switching Bull Nakano babyface, so we're good there. Profile went up, Bulls went down. Oh, that encounter established Bull as a face who has the support of the fans. There we go. So we still have her for 6 months. Everything's good. This was her first week. All right. That was much better. 5-star affair in spot number 2. Okay. Let's get our next singles match ready. I don't know why it seems to chug sometimes. Just sometimes. Okay. In the babyface side of things, what's up, Bad News Kingston? And your opponent is going to be Elegante. And we're going with our third referee, Conrad. Hilarious to me that we all have safety gear now. I'm going to back out to make sure that our referee here, red shoes, referee costume here. No, not that part. Your footwear. Yeah. Footwear. Done. Red shoes returns. Alright. Back to game. Back to game! Match number 3. We already had it set up. Bad News Kingston, Elegante, Conrad reffing. Let's do our rules here. Pinfalls only. Pretty standard stuff. We're not doing anything fancy today. We're just... And by standard stuff, I mean this is the standard SSW rule set. Oh, watch out for the ad break. Starting soon. We'll be right back after this picture. No need for a script. Let's do the entrances during the ad break, and we'll be right back with the action. We are underway. Bad News Kingston. Come on, game. There you go. Bad News Kingston, Elegante. Kingston on his own. Elegante should be accompanied by his regular tag team partner in the Legion of... the Flock of Doom, excuse me. Road Warrior Raven should be out next, accompanying Elegante. Just brace yourself, is all I'm saying. There he is. Road Warrior Raven and his tag team partner, Elegante. We'll be bringing the match to you in less than 30 seconds when this ad break's done. Soccer ball goes flying. Underway, Raven's got to leave the ring. Conrad Thompson going to make sure of that. As Bad News Kingston in there with Elegante. Bad News Kingston came to us as Kofi Kingston, and then very shortly after that decided to emulate the Bastard Pac, and so became the Bastard Kofi. And then after the passing of the Bastard Pac and a memorial tribute show, Kofi Kingston then decided to emulate Bad News Brown. So he is now, and has since been, Bad News Kingston. Big belly to belly by Bad News. As Coach Emerson on his own at the commentation station. Oh, I apologize. Bobby the Brain Heenan, a severely injured manager that can no longer perform most of their duties here in the promotion, sitting at the commentation station in theory only, as they are technically ringside. I think they're slowing things down. Kingston now trying to get the leverage and momentum on his side. Trying to wear down the much bigger, stronger Elegante. Former World Tag Team Champion Elegante. With the Flock of Doom. If you'll ever see the Brothers of Construction, Crane and Taker, I love that. That's fantastic. Crane and Excavator. No, the Excavator. That's gotta be Crane! Excavator's brother. A visual fall here as Bad News Kingston tapping out. It's not gonna do him any good. I mean, I'd be grabbing that money if I were him. Crane and Taker's great. The Brothers of Construction. Or I would do... or I would do Kane in all blue attire and call him Meta-Kane. And give him health insurance. Kingston doing his best to try to wear down Elegante. Keep the big man down, but a huge stunner from the Giant. Not the Giant. He'll be in action later. I just mean... this particular Giant. It does have the construction worker helmet. Ooh. That's hilarious. If I could ever wrestle them away from their respective promotions. I know Taker's in one of the versions of WWF, and I'm sure Kane's in the other. Make him white, name him Cocaine. Oh, double down onto the briefcase. That's great. What's a boiler? I'm trying to think of things that could be instead of Undertaker. I'm trying to think of multisyllabic words like Boilermaker. I don't know what a Boilermaker is, though. Oh, go behind now, just a smothering. Rear naked choke here from Elegante, just sapping the strength out of Bad News Kingston. You can see his health depleting rapidly here as Elegante just wrapping himself around the body of his opponent, tangled up in the ropes and with a briefcase. Another visual tap out for Bad News Kingston, but the fight continues as he struggles back to his feet. Elegante, oh! Kofi able to pick the ankle. Trying to slow down the big man. A passionate 4.5-star affair so far. We're only 4 minutes in, not even 5. Once again, smothering Kofi. Aggressive hugs. Aggressive cuddles from Elegante. I mean, we could dress him, Kane that is, we could dress him back in his dental scrubs, and then he could be Nova Kane. A little shout out to Isaac Yankem DDS. Could turn him back into Nova Kane. Oh, Elegante feeling the adrenaline now, looking to put Kingston down and out. Smothering him to the canvas. What does he have in mind here? Cattle mutilation by the big man. That is a 7-foot cattle mutilation. Kingston forced to tap, but again, not going to do him any good. As referee Conrad Thompson, sporting those spiffy new uniforms. Implemented as of last week. I can't believe Kingston's still in this one. Can he pull a Mickey James and hang in there long enough to turn the tide? Last session, Elegante and Bam Bam Bigelow had a 5-star banger that was a legit like 25 minutes long. It could have main evented any show anywhere in the world. It was that good. A barn burner of a fight. In fact, it was so good it earned Bam Bam a spot in a #1 contenders match later. As Elegante just stomping away. Hang on into the giant swing on Kingston. Depending on where he lets go, he could go flying over the ropes, and he does! I'm so sorry! I didn't mean for that to come true! As he got oh god, I was gonna say Elegante climbing to the top! Drops a leg from the top of the ropes to the floor! How he didn't shatter his tailbone, I do not know. He just freed Lizelle and she gave me the ice shoulder. Yeah, she's a little frosty, that one. It's more of a perfunctory thing if you end up hooking up with Lizelle. She says like, yeah, sure, we can help keep each other warm, I guess. I don't know if she softens, because I never really pursued anything with her. Dear God! Powerbomb over the ropes to the floor! Another leg drop, but he may have missed that one as he clutches the knee! Bad News Kingston in dire straits here 7 minutes into the match! You can see the effect of battle, the toll being taken on the body of Bad News Kingston. As Elegante now cavorting with a rubber chicken in the ring. As Conrad Thompson deals with Road Warrior Raven. Oh, leg drop off the apron that time. 7.5 minutes deep. Bad News Kingston able to buck him off. Oh, absolutely. Elegante is becoming a workhorse for us. Nice catch into the belly to the floor, thwarting the offense of Kingston. Into the electric chair. Spun into a Hurricane Rana by Kingston. Still has some life. 8 minutes gone now. Neck breaker to Elegante. Got to get the big man back in the ring. Another neck breaker, stunning the big man. Into a Boston Crab. Kingston running away with momentum. Oh, into the lion tamer on the giant. Oh, with those long legs, he's able to kick out. He's able to kick him off. Bouncing him off the guardrail. Dropping another elbow. Fans starting to turn on the match. You see Bobby the Brain Heenan in his little corner trying to stay safe. Oh my gosh! A belly-to-belly that winds up with Elegante back in the ring. Kingston returns as well. The proper match continues. Elegante with that briefcase. Clatters Kingston. Multiple times to the face. He is down and out on the canvas. Struggling to get back to his feet. Ref outside the ring. Raven inside the ring. Oh, briefcase to the dome. And now a big body slam by Raven. Nice counter there by Kofi. Crawling towards Elegante as Conrad is distracted with Raven at ringside. Full mount gets rolled up. Sunset flip by Elegante. In the ropes. Kingston at it 1. 9.5 minutes gone. Oh, what a clubbering lariat. As Raven looks to set up a ladder outside the ring. No, 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 no. Oh, God. Powerbomb by Elegante. 2 and 3. Mercifully, it's over for Bad News Kingston. Popularity risen after taking part in another banger of a match. In terms of star rating, good stuff. Profile rose. Bad News Kingston's profile suffered. Road Warrior Raven is happy that his client won. That's pretty standard. Bull Nakano, after her first week, is like, let me try some new taunts. You got it. Try some new taunts. Thanks for letting me express myself. Sometimes how you do something is more important than what you do. No problem. Thanks for coming through. Bull Nakano. Perfectly reasonable request. It would be funny if she was like, I'm tired of being a fan favorite. Let me be a bad guy. When I literally just turned her babyface. Alright. More activity in the Women's division. Manami Toyota taking on Beth Phoenix. Okay. We're back around to Coach Emerson as the referee. Rules-wise, we're going to go to our standard set. Put the props in the ring. Don't need a script here. They're just fighting. Singles match headed your way as I take a bite of protein bar. All right, Manami Toyota, I believe, still looking for a first win here in Strong Style Wrestling, like 0-8. I probably just jinxed myself. Let me just double check. Oh, I apologize. Coming off her first win ever is Manami Toyota. Here it is, singles action in the women's division. Standard rules apply. Might be a little more drone cammy, excuse me, than the other matches, as I will be eating a snack at the same time. What, pray tell, am I eating? Well, hang on, you gotta ask me proper first. Are you living that dream? Is it more than it seems? Is it cookies and cream? What's the snack of the stream? Snack of the stream. Well, I'm so glad you asked me, past me. I'm eating a cookie dough Cliff Builder bar that has like 20 grams of protein and some caffeine in it. So I'm having a protein bar. That's pretty much it. That's where we're at. Just trying to stay awake. Fight is spilled out to the floor here. Definite advantage to Beth Phoenix. See how battered Manami Toyota is already. Scarcely a minute into this contest. She's now trying to get in the face of the referee to try to ask him to do something about it. Everything Beth is doing is well within the rules. Oh God, one-winged angel! Sort of. And that is it! Beth Phoenix with the victory! A fascinating match. Still suffered from losing. That was quick. That was a quick one. Suffered for losing. Status not affected for winning. Didn't seem to matter either way. Okay, semi-main event time. This is a three-way #1 World Contenders match, which is wild because Lance Storm is going to be here as a ref with a different referee outfit, which is hilarious to me. Oh, hang on. Who's in this? Okay. The newly signed Kenny Omega. We got Andrew Test Martin. And we got Bam Bam Bigelow. Okay. First fall wins. No time limit. This is a three-way dance. One pinfall and one pinfall only. In the center of the ring is how this match is won. So we're going to put random stuff in and outside of the ring. Crank it up to 12. Not too many more weapons. Just enough. And then script-wise... championship, maybe? Championships. Referee offers a title shot to the winner. There we go. So they will get a title shot. However, Lance is already booked this very week to after this #1 contendership match to immediately defend his title against Abyss in a rematch. So we're going to be bringing you that as well. So we have a #1 contenders match for the world title. The winner of this match gets the shot at the pay-per-view. We're going to be broadcasting later this afternoon, like immediately at the conclusion of the first television show. And then they will face the winner of Abyss versus Lance Storm, also still to come shortly. So we got individual, that's all good, that's all good. That's fine, that's fine. I'm curious to do like a three-way match and then have them be tethered. Do you think they would be, all three of them would be tethered, or they'd be like in a chain? I don't want to find out, but I just think it would be funny to see. Anyway, off we go. In this triple threat, World Heavyweight title, #1 contenders, semi-main event. Please welcome back to Strong Style Wrestling. Oh, Kenny Omega. Two of them would be chained and one of them would be free. That's slightly disappointing. Good to see Andrew Martin here with his tag team partner Bobby Lashley, formerly of the Heenan family, now just Martin and Lashley. Personal injury lawyers. Wink, wink, wink. In that they will personally injure you. We got a lot of interest at the ringside here. Luna Vachon accompanying Bam Bam. Bobby Lashley in the corner of Andrew Test Martin. Bam Bam coming up with his signature fire extinguisher. He's so hot. Okay, now they're going to cut the same promo they always cut. That they're like bored with the competition and they got to find their own da-da-da-da-da. I'm the reigning world champion. I've resorted to finding my own. Title shot to the winner. Oh, as Hurdy-Gurdy and Coach Emerson are at ringside. Hurdy-Gurdy, our women's champion. First fall wins this. Kenny Omega already wearing the title. Bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it plays out for him. Test Kenny Omega and Bam Bam Bigelow in a three-way first fall. Winner gets a title shot at the pay-per-view. Broadcast later today. Oh, God. Pile driver under the belt. Looking for the first decision here. Lance Storm up close and personal in his role as referee. As we mentioned, he will be defending the World Championship in the following contest. At the conclusion of this matchup, he's got to go back, change out of his ref stuff, change into his wrestler gear. 450 by Kenny Omega. What a sequence that was. Double stomp breaks up the pin. A lot of meat in this matchup between Andrew Martin and Bam Bam. Kenny's going to have to get his working boots on here. Fight twice as fast and twice as hard as his opponents. As you see what happens when a submission or a pinfall is attempted. The managers get involved. The extra person in the match gets involved. This could take a while. Oh, speared through. A reverse spear to Kenny. Hip toss onto the ring bell for Bam Bam. Kenny trying to use Bam Bam for leverage. Oh, God, he went electric chair. Maybe been thinking one-winged angel, but couldn't hold the weight of Bam Bam Bigelow. Certainly not this early in the contest. Bam pulling Kenny. Oh, God, double team out of Kenny. Oh. Andrew Martin inadvertently, it seemed, attacking Bam Bam. Bam Bam didn't take too kindly. German suplex. Got a release. Andrew Martin's weight shifted. Rolled his shoulders off the canvas. Bam Bam let go. Tried a gut wrench. Couldn't get him over. Kenny Omega still stuck in the corner. There he goes. As he and Bam Bam just wailing away on each other. Andrew Martin looking to pick the scraps with the lion tamer on Bammer. Single leg crab now on Andrew Martin as we get a good look over the shoulder of one Bam Bam Bigelow. Now picking the ankle of Andrew Martin. Bigelow and Lance Storm looking on. There you see Luna Vachon with a football. Nearby Bobby Lashley pacing the ringside area. Oh, a symbolic tap out. That would have crowned Kenny Omega #1 contender, but we don't have submissions in this matchup. Bam Bam looking to steal a pin here. Rope break? Since when? That's interesting. Maybe I messed up. Well, there's no countouts, I don't think. I feel like all the other rules are the same. Usually there's no count or no rope breaks though. Into the try to crawl into the cover. Kenny fought him off as best he could. Kenny Omega wrestling on fumes here. Just over 4 minutes into the fight. As Bam Bam looks on. All three men getting involved in a fracas now. Blows flying everywhere. Oh, deadlifted into a pile driver by Bam Bam. Nice counter there. laying Kenny Omega out. Can't get him over for the pin attempt, though. Back over comes Andrew Martin as well. Kenny Omega taking the brunt of the punishment in this one. And make no mistake, oh, Lashley now tripping up Bam Bam. That's going to draw the ire of Luna Vachon. She and Bobby Lashley now going at it. Or rather, Bobby Lashley just attacking Luna Vachon. Kenny Omega feeling the adrenaline. Hang on! Pedigree! Bam Bam into the cover! Bam Bam into the cover! Almost steals it! Kenny breaks it up after that vicious pedigree. Bam Bam with the amateur style takeover. Gets countered by Andrew Martin. Up on the shoulders. Flipped into a Hurricane Rana by Tess. Beautifully done. Kenny Omega breaks up the pinfall attempt almost immediately. Good Lord, look at the face of Kenny Omega. Oh, popped up into an F5 by Bam Bam! Can't cover! Elects instead to go for a camel clutch. I've never seen a pop-up F5 like that. Bam Bam, another MVP. What an innovator. Counters for counters for counters. Oh, big boot by Test! Trying to trap Bam Bam in the corner. Got him up electric chair style. Oh, into the knee! What a knee strike by Kenny! Hit both men! My God, gosh, all sorts of pinfall attempts being thwarted there. Between all three of these competitors. Kenny now just beaten down to the canvas, gets right back up. Andrew Martin in trouble. Slowly making his way back to his feet. Kenny Omega immediately tapping once again. That's not going to help him. Look at the look on his face. Certainly in dire straits. Is the best bout machine. Just over 8 minutes into this contest. A three-way dance. First fall wins it. More of a triple threat match then. Triple threat match. First fall wins it. Pile driver by Bam Bam onto Kenny Omega, who's tapped out several times in this contest, but there are no submissions, so it has not helped them. Electric chair by Andrew Martin. Kenny misses the leg lariat at that time. Bam Bam tried for a pin. Kenny pulled him off. Assisted gut wrench. I've never seen that before. A two-man gut wrench. Andrew Martin caught in midair and guided the rest of the way by Omega there. A spike gut wrench, let's call it. As we've just crested the 9-minute mark of this contest, with no end in sight. All three men crawling toward each other. Oh, God! Head scissor takeover takes Bam Bam all the way to the floor. 450 by Kenny misses! Andrew's still in the ring. In comes Luna. In comes Bobby Lashley getting interrupted by Lance Storm. Bam Bam back into the ring. The fight continues until we have one pinfall victory. Kenny returning to the ring now. Biding his time. Looks like Bam Bam and Kenny both waiting for Andrew Martin. Kotaro Crusher by Kenny Omega to Bam Bam, who was not paying attention. Big power slam by Andrew Martin. Unable to follow up with a pin attempt. Over 10 minutes gone. Again, first fall wins it and sends you to the main event of the pay-per-view against whoever the world champion is. Currently, it's Lance Storm, but he has to defend his belt in the next fight. Lance Storm against Abyss. STF countered out of Andrew Martin kicking Bam Bam away. Oh, big slam into the pin attempt by Andrew Martin. Bam Bam splashed those dreams away. Now into a high ankle pick. Bam Bam tapping to no avail. Fight continues. Big belly to belly. Flipping Andrew Test Martin. Or sorry, flipping Bam Bam into a leg drop onto Andrew Test Martin. Beautifully done by Kenny Omega there. Off the ropes. Big drop kick. Kenny actually hits both of them with that one. As we approach the 12-minute mark here. Crowd turning on this match in a big bad way. Getting harder and harder to keep him pleased. Kenny up to, oh God, big move to the side of Bam Bam. Kenny misses the 450. Bam Bam back to his feet. Oh, catches Andrew Martin in a destroyer. Bobby Lashley had to neutralize Kenny Omega. Bam Bam into a cover. Bam Bam into a cover. Oh, a 2 count only. World's strongest slam by Andrew Martin. Kenny looking to pick the bones into an STF. Martin tapping to no avail. Bam Bam's trying to struggle back into it. Getting on that struggle bus. Heading up top. Oh, no, perhaps. Just waiting on the apron is Bam Bam. Bigelow, roll up! Roll up by Martin! Bigelow grabs him out of that. Have to incapacitate one of your opponents to then attempt to pin the other, or at least have them be distracted by a manager at ringside or something. Another visual fall here registered that does nothing to end the matchup. As Andrew Martin and Kenny Omega going at it tooth and claw here. Giving it all they've got. Oh, big lariat to the back of the head by Bam Bam. Third party in this fight. Boom, big lariat by Andrew Martin. Looking for a pin. Nope. Rolling back and forth on the canvas once again. Bam Bam Bigelow gets double stomped by Omega. Boom, big suplex by Bam Bam. Kenny Omega trying the double stomp follow-up, misses. Choke slam by Andrew Martin. Go behind. Oh, big leg lariat misses. Kenny's down. Bam Bam's down. Martin trying to do something to pin him. Schoolboy roll up. 1. Just a 1 count. Into the ropes. Kick to the apron. Poison Rana by Kenny into the cover. 1, 2. Bam Bam breaks it up. Martin off the ropes. Into both Kenny and Bigelow. Crowd back into this thing. Up and over goes Andrew Martin. All 3 of these men feeling the effects of this grueling matchup. Electric chair by Kenny. Countered by Andrew Martin. Perhaps with an assist by Bam Bam there. Sending Martin to the ropes. Don't know what Bam Bam had planned there, but it didn't seem to work out. Oh, catches him at an outsider's edge that he has to let go immediately thanks to Andrew Martin. Bam Bam was going for the victory there as we crest 60 minutes plus on this semi-main. We still have a title fight headed your way, and then an entire pay-per-view. Dropping the big leg. We can't not have a winner here. We need a #1 contender for the pay-per-view match. It's going to be one of these 3 individuals. Up and over goes Omega into a cover quickly, and a rope break out of nowhere. Very strange. I forget what I left off on that has rope breaks. All 3 men absolutely horribly battered in this one. There you see Kenny Omega and Bam Bam. Pile driver by Bam Bam. Bam Bam going up top. Kenny starting to stir. Double axe handle. Sends him to the apron. And a splash sends him to the floor. I don't think Bam Bam got all of that. Luna Vachon in to get the attention of one Kenny Omega. Perfectly legal. No DQs. Now Bobby Lashley into the ring as well. Bobby and Luna going at it. 2 managers. No love lost there either. Pinned by Kenny somehow. That massive humanity. Kenny tried a pinfall. Trying desperately to get Bam Bam's shoulders onto the canvas. Would have forced him to tap out, but there are no submissions in Strong Style Wrestling. As we crest the 18-minute mark of this epic 3-way for the #1 contendership to the world title. Kenny Omega, Andrew Tess Martin, and Bam Bam Bigelow. First fall wins it. Rolls him up. Martin with the 1. Just a 1. Reversed by Kenny. 1, 2. Bam Bam in the last second. And the match continues. Good Lord. These 2 behemoths have been targeting Kenny Omega for the majority of the match. Good Lord, look at the punishment he's absorbing. And still he fights on. Into the armbar on Bam Bam. Pulled off by Andrew Martin. Leg drop, but he missed. So much going on. Trying to force his shoulders down to the canvas for a pin attempt is Kenny Omega. As Bam Bam Bigelow crawls around nearby. Oh, Guitar Crusher. Or Guitar Crusher. Guitar Hero Crusher. Dropkick to the mush of Andrew Martin. Kenny Omega with a whirlwind of offense here. He's got to pick somebody to pin, though. Oh, he picked Andrew Martin, and Andrew Martin laid him out with a big boot. Poison Rana by Kenny into the camel clutch. Bam Bam right there to break it up. Pulling Kenny Omega back to his feet. Off the ropes now. Oh, just slams into the side of Andrew Martin. Back to his feet. Held for Andrew Martin to take a few free shots at. Some sort of spear variation. Kind of went low, did Kenny Omega. Desperate times calling for desperate measures. Into a rear naked choke. That's broken up immediately. Into an arm bar. An immediate tap out by Andrew Martin, but once again, no submissions in this league. Countering the suplex into the neck breaker is Kenny Omega. Oh. Leveled by Martin. Big drop kick to the face of Bigelow. Kenny Omega feeling that adrenaline. Gotta put one of these two men away. Romero special. Countered on a Bam Bam. Pedigree to Andrew Martin. Into the pin. Rope break. Rope break. And Kenny has to spill out to the floor 21 minutes into this contest. Rope break, they say. Drop it. Oh my God, there are DQs in the ring. I wonder what happened. I guess we're not doing lenient, we're just doing straight rules. But I turned off countouts. That's wild. Andrew Martin slowly getting back to his feet. Kenny Omega waiting for him. Kenny Omega waiting for him. Distracted by Bam Bam Bigelow. Now, jawing with the crowd is Kenny Omega. Completely distracted. Now Bam Bam's letting him know. Fight's still going on, buddy. 22 minutes strong. An absolute war between these three gentlemen. Tag team offense on Kenny Omega. Bam Bam into the cover. Andrew Martin's going to break that up immediately. Go behind. Double hip toss on Bigelow. Arm drag, and now a revolver is in the ring. Where the heck did that come from? Suddenly there's a gun on the mat. Luna! Pile driver to Andrew Martin! Kenny Omega returning to the ring. 22 and a half minutes gone in this absolute war. Winner gets a title shot at the pay-per-view, which we might not be able to broadcast today if this one show goes too long. Got him up! Counter to the Hurricane Rana! Have yet to see a one-winged angel from Kenny Omega. Double stomp seems to miss. Takedown into a smothering cover. Andrew Martin breaks it up immediately. Big spear. And a big splash by Bam Bam as well. That's nice. I don't know why that's your move. Like, I hope it pays well. Like, I hope it's honestly worth your time somehow financially, because it can't be worth it to just like post, hey, buy viewers here. It can't just be worth it to do that, you know what I mean? So I hope somewhere along the way there is some sort of revenue stream that justifies that kind of nonsense. Otherwise, what are you doing? Buy viewers. So like buy a bunch of bots? That ain't no good. Nobody wants that. "24.5 minutes gone in this absolutely epic war between these three gentlemen. This is how much the opportunity to become world champion means to these three. Up and over goes Bam Bam! Now might be the chance for Kenny or Andrew Martin. Leg lariat to the back of Andrew Martin's head. Kenny's having trouble getting back up, though. Bam Bam starting to stir. Hurry up, guys, in the ring. Cover the man. Cover the man. Back to his feet. Hurricane Rana. Gonna be too close to the ropes. German suplex. Bam Bam breaks it up. Right, continuing. Nothing settled. 25.5 minutes deep. They don't even check the submission, so I know it's on lenient at least. Or it should be. No, so it's on pin only at least. I don't know if the thing's on lenient. It must be on standard. Big lariat! Can't follow up with a pin attempt. Can Kenny Omega. Another one! A double stomp! Still can't pin him. Now Andrew Martin's back up. Spins him around. Go behind by Bigelow. Severe damage done to all three of these gentlemen. Hang on! Kenny trying to steal it! Andrew Martin gets up and stops that. Backdrop hold. Kenny Omega kicks the leg out, immediately stopping the pin. Oh, blocks the clothesline and kicks Andrew Martin down. Nicely done. What we've got to do here is do one big move to one guy and then turn to the other guy and do a big move and pin him. And meanwhile, that pistol still in the ring. Gut wrench to Kenny. Big spear by Andrew Martin to Bam Bam, and Kenny briefly picked up that revolver. Nicely done, Northern Lights, laying out Andrew Martin. Bam Bam catching his breath. Kenny Omega catching his breath. Just waiting for that moment where one competitor has a clear advantage long enough to incapacitate one opponent and pin the other. 27 minutes plus. Pin attempt didn't work. Bobby Lashley now has the women's championship over his shoulder. Having a lot of fun at ringside, it seems, too. There's a human femur just chilling on a table at ringside as well. That seems perfectly normal. Don't worry about that. That's nothing to be alarmed about. Nothing to be alarmed about at all. No end in sight. 28.5 minutes into this main event length semi-main. Hang on. Electric chair, center of the ring. Oh, forward roll by Bam Bam. It would have been an amazing spot to finish this thing, but we are still going. Another electric chair by Andrew Martin. Repeat the spot. Oh! Leg lariated off his shoulders. A doomsday device from Kenny Omega standing in the ring. And yet he attempts to pin neither of his opponents as a result. As Coach Emerson looks bored at the commentation station, so does Hurdy-Gurdy, our women's champion. Belly to Bam Bam. Another epic length Bam Bam Bigelow match. The Iron Man of the SSW. As we're heading toward the 30-minute mark, there are no time limits. The highest time limit you can set is 30 minutes. This one is going well beyond that. I would suspect Still waiting for one definitive pinfall between these three competitors. Winner gets the world champion at the pay-per-view. And like I keep saying, depending on how long this keeps going and the main event goes, we might not bring you the pay-per-view until next week. The schedules being what they are. We shall see, though. Depends. If we get some quick matches, because the pay-per-views are 10 matches long. So even if those take 5 minutes each, that's another minimum hour, right? And typically they take like 10 minutes each. So 10 by 10 is another hour 40. This one has crested the half-an-hour mark. No sign of letting up! Verna breaking up Bam Bam! Good lord, somehow Bam Bam is stirring after that. Omega and Martin going at a tooth and claw. Down goes Omega. Over goes Bam Bam. No pins can be attempted. Everyone's down. Hang on, Andrew Martin. 1, 2. No, Bam Bam escapes. 30 minutes plus in this absolute epic war. And Lance has a match after this. He's got to defend his belt after refereeing this for half an hour plus now. Taking a stray shot here and there. Speaking of stray shots, that revolver's still on the canvas. Oh, Bam Bam tried to throw it out of the ring, couldn't quite do it. Double hip toss, up and over goes Kenny. Both men climbing to the turnbuckle, that shouldn't be a thing. But it worked just fine. As I think Test landed and then Bam Bam landed on top of him. So that we'll count that. We'll count that for sure. As Bam Bam drags a table over top of his two opponents. I thought he was going to splash himself through the table onto the top of them. Would have been an interesting bit of offense there. Oh, God! Bam Bam knocked backwards through the table that he was setting up. Hoisted on his own petard. Big gut wrench onto something metal. Oh, a lead pipe, as well as the bits of table that are around. Bobby Lashley with the women's title, with the ring bell, having the time of his life at ringside. Just collecting stuff. Looks like a real rabid fan. As the action is spilled out to the floor. Anything goes here. You gotta bring your opponent into the ring to defeat them. No count out. Disqualification apparently counts in the ring, but not outside the ring. Oh, Kenny just bopped himself in the head with that lead pipe and knocked himself cold. At least for a second. 33 minutes about to elapse. No end in sight. An absolutely epic three-way match for the #1 contendership to the SSW World Heavyweight title. And folks, we still have a main event. We still have a world title fight between Lance Storm and Abyss. Oh. Vicious shot there by Andrew Martin off the apron to Bam Bam on the floor. Now grabbing a lead pipe, throwing it at the feet of Bam Bam. Bam Bam replies with a human femur and a ring bell that referee Lance Storm is going to get him to drop immediately. All three gentlemen back into the ring. First pinfall within the confines of the squared circle will win you the #1 contendership to the world title. Kenny hooking a leg! Kenny hooking a leg! Oh, Bam Bam at the last second breaks it up. Kenny Omega had almost punched his ticket to a pay-per-view main event. Bam Bam stopped him. Now Andrew Martin with that suplex. That's broken up by Kenny Omega, who pulls Andrew Martin off of Bam Bam. Locks him in an STF. He is repeatedly tapping out, screaming in pain. No one can help him. Rope break for Bam Bam. Big lariat by Andrew Martin. It's going to take just the right scenario to end this three-way match. Bam Bam dragging Andrew away from the ropes. Got him up for that. No! Counter the pile driver! Into the belly-to-belly, onto the ropes. Sternum of Bam Bam falling against those steel ropes. Those steel cables wrapped in tape. Luna into the ring. Andrew Martin doesn't want any of it. Belly-to-belly for Luna. Gut wrench up and over for Andrew Martin. Kenny Omega, turn your attention to Bam Bam. Kenny, turn around, buddy. Kenny going up. Kenny crawling back down. Kenny going after Andrew Martin. Kenny making bad choices. 35 minutes plus into your semi-main. Vertebreaker to Bam Bam on the floor. Now Bobby Lashley getting involved. Rear naked choke on Kenny Omega. Just smothering him down to the canvas. Trying to help out his tag team partner Andrew Martin. Formerly of the Heenan family. Now Martin and Lashley. Personal injury lawyers. Wink wink. Monkey flip to Omega. Oh boy. All 5 wrestlers at ringside. 6 technically if you want to count Lance because he's also a wrestler as a guest referee. Out on the floor here getting involved. Bobby Lashley occupying Bam Bam Bigelow's time. As Andrew Martin can focus on Kenny Omega. This might be just what Andrew Martin needs. Kenny Omega cutting him off though. The longer Bam Bam's distracted. Oh! Another one-winged angel attempt thwarted. Kenny now trying to bar the knee. As Bam Bam is going to gorilla press a steel chair before he returns to the ring. Kicking Kenny off of Andrew Martin. Tripped. Pulls Andrew back to his feet. Big scoop and a slam into the armbar. Martin taps immediately, but it does him no good. Oh, Kenny tried to slam, but Bam Bam weighed too much. Couldn't get him over. 38 minutes we're bumping up against. And like we said, we still have a main event to head your way. The longer this one goes, the less likely we are to broadcast a pay-per-view this week. Just throwing that out there. Typically, I like to do 2 weeks worth of in-game wrestling universe. Even if that includes a 6-match show and a 10-match pay-per-view. But we typically don't have matches that last this long. Like our average is about, I don't know, 12 to 15 for the longer ones. This one is double that. And then some. Big belly-to-belly by Andrew Martin. Bam Bam looking to pick up the scraps. Andrew Martin stops it and we fight on. Kenny hurting. One of the 3 gentlemen in this matchup has to come out with an injury. Like you gotta figure with the way they've been going at it and going at it. Go behind once again. Countered. Big suplex to Andrew Martin from Bam Bam. Leg lariat to Bam Bam Bigelow. Kenny working the ground game. All 3 men looking for that knockout shot. Kenny goes leg lariat to Bam Bam. Andrew Martin getting involved so he can't pin. Lance Storm brandishing that revolver for a moment before finally getting it out of the ring, I think. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. Yeah, there it is. It's at the feet of Bobby Lashley. Belly to Andrew Martin. Up and over he goes. 39.5 minutes gone. What an absolutely epic fight we're bringing to you on a random Thursday afternoon. Into an epic neck breaker goes Kenny Omega. Pin that man. Do not stop backing away. Like, you hit a move like that, cover the dude. We have an ad break starting in about 40 seconds. Watch yourselves, everybody. If you'd like to avoid these ad breaks, few and far between though they are, please consider a subscription. You're helping me out directly. All monies I get, I pour right back into the stream. Deadlift, pile driver, once again by Bam Bam. Into the cover, 1, 2. No, Kenny's out at 2. Refusing to lose is Kenny Omega. And we're going 40 minutes plus. Ad starting in less than 5 seconds. We'll see after a picture-in-picture break. Unscheduled, as we are now in overtime for this week's television show. I've been told the network has granted us an unlimited overrun, so we will be bringing you the title fight next. Powerbomb center of the ring. Andrew Martin did it. Andrew Martin folds up Kenny Omega. Bam Bam can't make the save. Consoling one another. Andrew Martin gets the shot. 40 minutes, 37 seconds into the fight. Battered and bruised Andrew Martin awaits the winner of Abyss and Lance Storm coming up next. What a title opportunity for Test. A title shot he, by the way, never got during his run with WWF. I don't think he ever got a title shot. A magnificent triple threat. Bam Bam's status not affected. Andrew's profile has risen for participating in such an awesome match. Kenny Omega has suffered for losing, but not too badly. Bobby Lashley's super jazzed that Andrew Martin won. So am I, to a certain degree, because we're now ready for our main event. Abyss is correct, but we're going to put them in the other spot there. Lance Storm, world champion, against Abyss. The Monster Abyss. Okay. Title fight, so I'm going to put Conrad Thompson here in charge. Actually, I'm going to put Red Shoes in charge. Red Shoes, you be in charge here, please. Okay. Red Shoes in charge. Props inside the ring. We're going to put that up to 10. 10 props. 10 props. There we go. Rule set. Best of 3 falls. I was going to do this anyway. So it is a best 2 out of 3 for the World Championship. Abyss versus our reigning champion Lance Storm. This is your main event of the first show, and depending on its length, if this goes into the 5 o'clock hour, we will be ending after this main event. Well, it's going to go in the 5 o'clock hour anyways. We'll see how deep into the 5 o'clock hour it goes. I am prepared to, you know, if we could do half the pay-per-view this week and half next week, that would be amazing, but I don't think we can. So I'm going to have to maybe just do the pay-per-view by itself next week. Nothing wrong with a bit of a shorter stream. I'm just trying to plan this out loud as we do it. Okay, introductions. Referee introduces Abyss and then Lance Storm. What can we do? 2 out of 3 falls. I don't feel like putting a cage on it. Because, yeah, Hell in a Cell's weird. I tried one once. They're very strange. Don't need that. Doesn't need to be like a backstage brawl, so we'll leave it as is. Best of 3, lenient pins, none. Defend your title. Props are good. No, don't need any water. Script is good. We're just going to introduce them. All right, here we go. Main event of the television portion of the show. See how deep into the 5 o'clock hour this goes. As Lance Storm, right after refereeing the match that saw Andrew Martin crowned #1 contender to the World Championship, will defend that very same World Heavyweight Championship here against one of his most heated rivals, the Monster Abyss. Unmasked in their evil biker gimmick, ready to wreck shop. They flip back and forth between babyface and heel a bit, but they are heel once more and looking to win gold from one Lance Storm. Let's get to the ring for the main event of the television show. A World Championship best 2 out of 3 falls match. Lance Storm defending against Abyss. Gave Lance a little bit of extra time to change his clothes from his referee attire to his World Championship gear, as you see Bobby the Brain Heenan and Bull Nakano are going to be calling the action for this one. Lance Storm moving Bobby's chair so he has to stand the whole time. As out comes Abyss, formerly associated with the Flock. At the time he left the Flock, it's because it disbanded because Raven left the promotion. Raven has since returned and formed the Legion of Flock with El Gigante. Welcome to this World Championship Best of 3 match. He's going to introduce everybody. Weighing 321 and standing 6'8", please welcome the Monster Abyss. Welcome, Abyss. And now Strong Style Wrestling's reigning World Champion, Lance Storm. There they are, Lance Storm. And then introduce yourself. I'm your referee, Red Shoes Uno. So let's ring the bell and find ourselves a winner. 2 falls. The first to 2 falls claims the world title currently across the shoulder of one Lance Storm. He now also has a trophy in his hand that he holds aloft. Throw through into the ankle pick. Once again, no submissions. 2 pinfalls will decide the World Championship here in our main event. Winner gets a main event spot in the pay-per-view as World Heavyweight Champion, defending against Andrew Martin, who won that right in the previous contest. What a match it will be. Either way, either Lance Storm, Andrew Martin would be interesting, or the Battle of Behemoths, Andrew Martin and Abyss would be a fun meat match for the pay-per-view. So we're good either way. As you see Abyss dominating Lance Storm with his power and a kip up. Stripped the title out of his hands just to show him he could. Did the Monster Abyss. As Red Shoes Uno getting a closer view of things with that special referee camera. One day we will find a way to release that footage. Up and over goes Lance Storm, holding that human femur. Off the ropes. Oh god, now Abyss has that bone and it's perfectly legal to attack with it. Tried for a gut wrench. Nice ankle pick by Storm. You will find few wrestlers on the planet with the technical prowess of our world champion. The fightingest world champion in our company's history as well. Suplexes him. Spills out of the ring. Suplexes him over the ropes to the floor, and Lance Storm, who now hops to the top rope. Off the apron. Beautifully placed kick to the side of the head by the world champion. Abyss grabs him on the floor. Up for a powerbomb on the concrete. Elbow drop to the back. Abyss rolling back into the ring now. Slow, deliberate pace to the start of this championship combat. Neither combatant wants to get into trouble early, as it is going to be a long, drawn-out fight. First to 2 falls out of 3. 2 pinfalls versus none or 1 will win you the title and send you to that main event of the pay-per-view. Abyss has been close on several occasions. A perennial contender, one would say. Lance Storm, as we mentioned, the fightingest champion in our company's history. No one has more title defenses. No one has put the belt on the line more often. Oh god, he slipped off the ropes. Lance Storm attempted a springboard and slipped backwards off the ropes. Excellent sportsmanship from Abyss, allowing his opponent to get back into the ring, but Abyss is feeling it now, preemptively strapping the title on and now attacking Lance Storm with that adrenaline. Big choke slam by Abyss. Oh my god, into a dragon suplex as well. Lance Storm spills to the outside to save himself. Even an attempt at a pin there as Abyss holds the belt aloft and now puts it on his shoulder. Up and over goes Lance Storm, reigning world champion in dire straits here 3.5 minutes into the contest. Look at him crawling towards the challenger, and Abyss mockingly filming the events. Lance Storm back to his feet, chasing down the monster. Go behind. Half of that was blocked. A rapid exchange. And somehow, someway, Lance Storm ends up on top. He's got his title back in hand. Now choking out the big man. Anaconda Vice. Trying to force at least a symbolic tap out from the Monster Abyss. If not deliberately injuring the man. Because it is perfectly legal to do so with a submission hold here in Strong Style Wrestling. If they break your arm, that's their bad. Now they have to fight with one arm. That's just the way things work here. Everybody has health coverage, so we're okay if they do get injured. He says, having several catastrophic injuries in the company's history. Oh! Dropped him with a Samoan and got the first fall to the Monster Abyss! 1-0 over the reigning champion and the Monster. Looking to waste no time. I'm sorry, looking to waste lots of time. As he's now grabbing a table from ringside instead of staying on top of his opponent, reigning champion Lance Storm, who's now covering up, belly to the floor by Abyss. Forcing Lance to drop his championship gold, but not the camcorder he's holding. Oh, Abyss once again forces him to the outside. Fully in command of this contest, the cocky Monster Abyss. Microphone in hand. Telling the crowd how he feels about Lance Storm whilst he beats up Lance Storm. Up and over goes Abyss. Lance off the ropes. Where are you going, Lance? Lance still off the ropes. Snags that championship gold back, symbolic of being the world champion of Strong Style Wrestling. Lance's title reign in jeopardy, down 1-0 in a best of 3 falls contest. He's got to find a way to even things, and that pile driver is going to help. Kip up by Lance Storm, your reigning world champion. Feeling some adrenaline now. Wait a minute. Bobby Heenan throws in a weight plate from the floor. Lance Storm going to confront him. Oh, Bobby now playing hurt. Oh, he's oh so hurt. He's missing a hand. Oh, feel bad for Bobby. Getting involved in this championship contest. We've already witnessed the dissolution of the Heenan family. We did not know we still had him on retainer to do commentary duties. Oh, and a huge lariat by Abyss! Monster looking to become the champion in 2 straight falls. Storm hanging in there. Go behind. Rear naked choke by Abyss, further wearing down the reigning champ. Abyss senses his championship reign is nigh. If he can just finish off Lance Storm, who looks to be fading. Abyss lets go. Change of tactics, go behind by Lance, who grabs that weight. Oh, Abyss grabs it out of his hand. Clobbering Lance. That's the 45-pound plate that Bobby the Brain Heenan brought into the match. So you see him now at ringside. He was hired to commentate on this one and has gotten himself involved. Oh, another shot with that 45 pounds of... I don't know what they're made out of. Steel? No. Oh, countered it! He countered the Samoan into a backslide, but only a 1. That's how Abyss won the first fall. Lance was trying to counter it and tie things up. Amazing technical ability, but... Oh, a deadlift powerbomb by Abyss! 1, 2! Counter by Lance Storm! There's still fight left in the champ. Into a giant swing by the Monster. Pouring it on, sensing victory. Throwing Lance Storm across the ring. The dazed Abyss can't follow up immediately. Lance is struggling here. Momentum fully on the side of the Monster. In that spinning toe hold. Now into a knee bar on Lance Storm. Oh, Lance counters. Knee bar of his own. Sorry, figure 4 variation there by Lance. Abyss counters again. Trading leg submissions now. Abyss tires of it. Time for a new tactic. Creeping up on 9 minutes into this championship contest. Abyss and Lance Storm going at it. Tooth and claw. There we see the 3D camera work of our drone cam. Caught Abyss in a gut-wrenched Lance as he ran toward him. Abyss able to counter. Smothering him for the pin. 2. He got no. I thought that was it, but Lance rolled the shoulder. He's got the weight plate held aloft. Get him, Lance! You gotta protect your gold. Get him! Clobbers Abyss in the face! Bars the knee! Lance Storm, a master of submissions. Unfortunately, you cannot win a contest that way. Into a bear hug by Abyss. Spinebuster by the champ. Covering in the challenger. 1, 2, 3. Lance Storm has tied it up at 1. Next fall wins. Gut wrench off the ropes. Win or lose, you've got to be impressed by the fighting spirit of our reigning champion, Lance Storm. Fought all the way back to tie this thing. And now it's anyone's contest. Big headbutt blocked. Oh, doesn't block that follow-up strike. Lance goes down. He's back up. He's dazed. Lance needs a second. Abyss says, bring it on. Spin kick. Lance playing possum. Tries to set him up just so. Abyss able to kick him off. Suplex. Oh no, couldn't lift the big man up. Lance clutching at his midsection there. Could have pulled something. Could have popped a rib. Trying to get Abyss up for that suplex. Now the champion stalking the challenger. My, how the turntables have table turned. My, how the table turny tables. Hang on! Powerbomb by Abyss. Falls him over for the cover. 2. We've got a new world champion. Springboard. He went to springboard at Bobby Heenan at the end of the fight. But Abyss, 2 falls to 1, has won the world title. Okay. A masterful World Championship Best of 3 match in front of 9,500 fans. Lance Storm status has dropped after losing the World Championship. That's okay. His status dropped to 96 popularity. Strong Style Wrestling have cemented their following in Nunavut after setting a new attendance record of 9,497. And now we deal with the fallout of the week of the world of wrestling, as we pulled out a 5-star show here in Nunavut with a new #1 contender and a new world champion. So now we get Abyss and Andrew Martin for the world title at the pay-per-view. That'll slap. Big meaty men slapping meat. Okay, let's see our approval rating. Can't go higher than 99. Can't go higher than 99, he says, as his promotion earns an approval rating of 99. How'd we do? We made 94,000. We spent a bajillion. Yep. And then expenses will be at least 30. And we just made $2,000. Oh my God, what a balance! $210,000, even Steven. Let's see how that gets ruined in the 4th week of September, as we now have to deal with the news of the week. Oh, okay, so from Nunavut, we're gonna go. What do we got here? We love holds, we hate botches. We love strikes, we hate giants. That's weird. Let's do most of Canada. Canada. I like that Quebec's separate. Boomtown has left Wrestling Revolution to pursue her career at Maple Leaf Grappling. Congratulations, Boomtown. Lance Storm's contract has expired. It's almost as though I knew that. And somehow he was booked at a championship contest to lose his belt. Mwahahaha. So we're going to attempt to re-sign Lance Storm before we get back to the action here. Like we said, we're going to deal with all our business stuff before we set up the ability to run the pay-per-view. And then glancing at the clock here, I'm okay having a 2-hour broadcast this week and bringing you the pay-per-view next week. Wait a minute. Oh, it's only been 1 hour 40, according to my... Oh, I did start late. That's right. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So we have a contract to negotiate. Bad news: Kingston with Biggie associated with Biggie Langston has a negative effect on his agility. They're not even in the same company. Abyss's, oh my God! Abyss's contract expires next week. Oh my God! What a risky world title match we ran. Okay. A cult following of 46.6 fans in Thailand have risen up in support of Super Lucha Libre. Okay. China has defeated AJ Lee to become the new women's champion of Federation Online. Congratulations. Dolph Ziggler's contract with Federation Online has expired, which may be an ideal time to poach the 36-year-old. No, thank you. And the entire sport of professional wrestling seemed to have suffered a lull in popularity throughout the entirety of 2001. Okay. All right. Now we have to try to re-sign our most winningest, most popular world champion in the company's history. They had health insurance. We're going to do nothing. We're going to go 26 weeks, $3 grand. What do you say, Lance Storm? How dare you offer me such a pathetic contract? Please don't, please don't, please. Come on, give me another chance. Give me another chance. Let me get back here. Son of a bitch! See you later, Lance! Bye, Lance! All right, now we got to hire somebody. Thank you, Lance! Have you ever heard of a wrestler called King Kong Bundy from wrestling school? Taz wants to emulate King Kong Bundy. Well, I think I could do the gimmick better. Why don't I become our version of him? Of King Kong Bundy. I'm going to say yes. And here's why. King Kong Bundy's attire and Taz's attire, pretty close. So we're going to go with that. Sure, be King Kong Bundy. Let's show him how it's done. Anything they can do, we can do better. He looks pretty much the same. So I'm fine with that. Wild. All right, we lost Lance Storm. We have a world champion Abyss for a week. So if he... so he's got to do something at this pay-per-view. Even if he retains it, he's in trouble. All right, Scotty will be back next week. He's fine. He just got cut. Bobby Heenan may never be the same again. Ultimo Dragon, supposedly never going to be the same again. I need to hire someone to replace Lance Storm, one of my biggest stars. Let's take a look at what these contracts are like. Takayama would be insane. Hashimoto would be insane. Terry Funk would be insane. Overall 78. Look at the Great Khali and Maple Leaf Grappling, you son of a gun, you. We had Finn. I don't think I want Austin Aries either. Okay. I'm just looking for people that have, like, their contracts have expired. Ooh, no, thank you. Newbie Nate. Lex Luger. That would be hilarious. Let's try Scott Hall. Couldn't hurt. All right, here we go. Scott Hall, you want to come work for us? Yeah, thanks, Nash. That's fine. We'll give you $3,500 for the first week. And then we'll give you the standard employee contract of 6 months at $2,500 a week. What do you say? You want to come through? I'm earning more than that already. I need an incentive to switch sides. I'll give you health insurance like everybody else has. I'm earning more than that already. I need an incentive. $2,700. I'm earning more than... Okay, they don't want less than $3,100. Or excuse me. Yeah, they want less than 35, so that's it. That's okay, Scott Hall. I don't need you for that much. Okay. Federation Online. There's Kane. That's got to be Kane. Okay. Typhoon. The Godfather. JYD. Michael Cole. Billy Gunn, tag champion with zero money, with zero contract. Interesting. Nobody there really. I mean, we'll try. Nice to meet you, Kurt Angle. Want to come work for Strong Style? What do you say? I think the pay is gonna sink us here, but I'm gonna go $3 grand. That's my main eventer tier. I don't intend to get injured, so don't try to sell me insurance. Okay, I'll take that off the docket then. I don't intend to get injured. That's strange. How dare you offer me such a pathetic contract? You're obviously not taking this seriously. And we're done. Okay, goodbye. I can give you like a 1 week advance, like a pretty good advance, but after that, I'm gonna want just like your commitment to working with me. That's okay. I can instead just hire somebody from wrestling school. Steve Blackman. Just Incredible we've had. Hollywood's too expensive. Whoa, that's everybody. Legends. Oh yeah, The Undertaker passed away. I forgot. LT. We can't do the Brothers of Construction because The Undertaker died. And we had to do a tribute show for him, even though he never worked for our company for a single second. Like, Pac died after he left us, right? So we did a tribute show for him because he worked for us. Axe and Smash were already in the Legends category. William Regal won a loser leaves town match against the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. So Christopher Daniels left the promotion, and William Regal died as a result of the injuries he suffered in that loser leaves town match. So both of the people involved in that no longer with the promotion. Hilarious stuff. Okay, this is the promotion that's normally all created people. I'm going to try to steal Booker T. What's up, Booker T? I'll do immediate start, sure. How about that? If you want me to start immediately, then you need to pay me for the inconvenience. Okay, I'll give you $2 grand. Okay, swing it back to me. I'll give you up to 5. I'll give you $5 grand to show up. Okay, let me try though. Let me try. Okay, phew. I'll give you the main eventer. The main eventer push. This is as high as I go with anybody. Nope. That's all right. Never mind. Never mind, Booker T. We'll try again next week. As best we can. I don't want to replace Lance Storm with the Honky Tonk Man. Randy Savage, yes please. Holy crap, I'll try that. What's up, Randy? Nice to meet you, Randy Savage. We invite you to discuss working for Strong Style Wrestling. What say you, Randy? Oh, he wants 8,900. He's not going to accept this. But we'll try. What do you think? We haven't forgiven Strong Style Wrestling. That means he would have, except for the stupid Siberia thing. Again, that means he would have signed that, but AEW doesn't want to work with us because of our history there. Okay. Whoa, Bret Hart, Rising Sun Progressive. That's fun. All right, Keiji Muto, come on through. We got to hire somebody to replace Lance. That's our goal for the rest of this stream, is to get somebody hired here. Let's try that. What do you think? I don't intend to get injured, so don't try to sell me insurance. Okay. Nothing. It would take more than $2,000 to get me to sign that. Okay, let me try again. 5. How about 5? 2 weeks of pay right up front. Shucks. All right, I'll give him the 3. This is as high as I go if he lets me. Here you go. How about the $3,000 tier? Would have done it, but apparently they're butthurt about Turkey. I gotta tell you, there's not a promotion that's not gonna have some sort of grievance with the fact that we've, like, been a better product than them and taken over. So I don't really know what we're meant to be doing here. All right, Takayama, your turn. No compete clause. That's kind of fun. How's that? How's that? If you want more of a commitment from me, I need more of a commitment from you, and then done. Wow, one and done with some of these guys, eh? All right, Shinya Hashimoto. Come on through. Let's try that. No money up front? Okay. Let's try that. Want that kind of commitment from me? You need more from you? All right. Main event push. I'm not signing. It's way too heavily in your favor. You want health insurance? We give it to a lot of people. He would have said yes, but oh, he's got ties to Russia. No, he doesn't. That's a weird thing. Oh, Russia. Nobody cares. Wrestling Revolution. I mean, we had Jeff before. Endon Cesar. Sure. There's Christopher Daniels, the guy that left our promotion. Marty Jannetty. That's great. Shane Douglas is here. British Bulldog. Kensuke Sasaki. Umaga. Cheapers. Riki Choshu. Wild. So Booker didn't want it. Let's try Jeff. You want to come back? You're not going to be enhancement talent. Same deal we gave your brother, I assume. What do you think? More of a commitment. Okay, let me try again. $2,000. What do you say? No money up front. Okay. Health insurance. You'll need it. You take wacky bumps. I could never work in the same company as an asshole like Matt Hardy, he says about his brother. That's amazing. How about I give you $2,000 to forget about it? I just got done working for you. What assurances do I have that anything would be different? $5,000. Money. All right. Doesn't want to work with his brother anymore. An extra $100 a week? Nope. I think we're done here. Like, I don't think I could do anything. Okay, bye. Jeff Hardy. Can't hire any of those. They're all deceased. That's the entire game. All right, what do we got? Andy Kaufman would be an interesting replacement. Nacho Libre. They're also pricey, is the problem. Like, look at these prices. $12,000 a week for AJ Styles is insane. $12,000 a week. We'll talk to him, but this ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna lay out. I'm gonna lay it out for you. This is our main eventer tier for half of whatever, half a year, and health insurance. That's what we got. That's what I got for you. How dare you offer me such a pathetic contract? We're not... Yeah, that's it. Wow. AJ, by the way, was our first champion and then just quit in the middle of his reign. Just quit on us. Okay. Great Barry hasn't been signed. I think we're going Steve Blackman. Looking at these people. I don't want Bill DeMott or Virgil or Ron Simmons. Nothing against Ron Simmons. We had Just Incredible. We had Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode wants a bunch of money. We don't want Dr. D. Dave Schultz. The Lethal Weapon! Steve Blackman! Come on true. I hope. Okay. Creative Control. Nothing. 6-month contract. $2,500 a week. What do you think? Ding, ding, ding. All right. Blackman's coming in a couple of weeks. So we got Blackman in. Okay, new babyface. So Scotty 2 Hottie, or the Great 2 Hottie, I should say, will be back. That's not a problem. There's nothing wrong there. I mean, you know, it's not an issue either way, but nothing to worry about there. As I move Steve Blackman up the ranks one by one, as you must do. Boop and boop. There we go. Steve Blackman. Welcome to the show. See you in a bit. What else need I do? We're having a pay-per-view in Canada. We have a new champion that's leaving us next week potentially. I think we're good. Scotty will be back next week. So I think that... Nope. Okay, that doesn't affect anything we're doing. Yep, that's good. Andrew Martin Abyss. 1-on-1 for the belt in the main event. Let me write that down. Everything else looks exactly as we already have it drawn up. Yeah, we're good otherwise. Like, we're using pretty much everybody on this show. The pay-per-view that we have coming up, that is. I don't think I need anybody else. It would be cool if I could fire Bobby. No offense, Bobby, but it'd be cool if I could let you go. I don't know how to do that though. Moves, wrestler. Copy moves? No, not that. No prop. Don't need a costume. I will do a quick check on Bull Nakano here though, in terms of like, oh hey, can we put something on your face? Something. Like even that, right? Like that seems more Bull Nakano-y. So we're looking at 61 for the moment. We'll see what else we have on offer. No way. That's funny. Boogeyman, Danhausen. A zombie clown. Shark Boy. Tattoos. A couple of versions of Sting. I'm still sticking to 60 something so far. Doink. Those are mask shapes to start with. There, that seems right. Cause like then I could just do like, you know what I mean? Like I can do a sinister sort of there. She's got that going on. Mostly the hair, basically. It's got to stick straight up. Like this. Okay. Kinda. I just wish those connected, you know? Oh, wait a minute. Dang it! That covered. Not bad. That's better! That I can work with. Maybe a 10 even? Ooh, 10 I can work with even better. Okay, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, even better. Yeah! Okay, now. I'll take it. Like, I will take that. That looks more Bull Nakano already. It's a subtle change, but it's enough, you know what I mean? Now, speaking about your tights here. Can we maybe make them black? Gotcha. How do I do these knees? Knee pad. Paste. Footwear. Paste. Oh. Never mind, let's leave that alone. Paste. There. More Vader style attire for Bull Nakano. It's still not exactly what she looked like, but it's closer. So we're gonna go with that. And up here, we're gonna go crazy high on the hair. Yeah, like 90's good. Straight length. There, that's a lot closer, I would say. Turn around, would you? There we go, Bull Nakano in a more Bull Nakano look. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna check these associations. Also, Old Man Sting. What are you wearing on your face here? Because there's another one in like the 20s that might be even better. Hang on. It's close. I can sense it. There. Is that meant to be like fake Sting? Okay, so that's what? 34. 34. And the other one's 60 something. I'm gonna go 34 of the two. There we go, Sting. Okay. There we go. There. Old Man Sting with slightly different face paint. I think that's going to do us for this afternoon. Let's just double check. Okay, so we have enough of our roster. Scotty Tuhati, or the Great Tuhati, will be back next week, so we've taken them off the show. Steve Blackman is in to replace Lance Storm, who left us. We have a title fight between Abyss and Andrew Martin, and I gotta hope that Andrew Martin takes it. I also want to put a babyface in that match, but I don't have anybody left. Like, once I book the show, I don't think I have anybody left to go into that matchup, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Everything else I need to do promotion-wise, I can do off air. But let's just take a look. Even though we didn't do anything, we were at 99 and now we dipped down to 98 just because that's how it works. Most popular wrestlers of all time. Let's do all time. In all of Wrestling Empire, the Giant from Strong Style Wrestling, most popular. Bobby and Conrad, referees, because I cranked their popularity. Same with Aubrey Edwards and Tony Khan used to be referees for us, and I cranked their popularity. So a lot of these will be a little off, because like the strongest wrestler being Conrad Thompson, for example, is wrong. You know, because he's a ref. Straight up strength. Used to have the Great Khali. Most skillful. Let's see the first one that's actually representing us. Bobby Lashley, the first person that's representing us. I would think that Lance Storm would be up there if he was still under our employ. Most agile. Again, if you ignore the referees that I boosted, where I boosted their stats, our most agile wrestler is the Great Sasuke. Our toughest wrestler, again, ignoring the referees that have crazy stats, is Abyss, our current world champion for at least a week. Most reliable. Again, this is hilarious that Bruiser Brody is the most reliable wrestler in this entire wrestling universe. If you know anything about Bruiser Brody and his reputation for, you know, not necessarily taking business into his own hands, but understanding his draw as an attraction, and, you know, making sure he was compensated for that. Great Sasuke, Manami Toyota, the Giant, all completely legit entries here. It looks like we gotta push the Giant in this next bit, because they are all over this list of best. Best overall. Our best actual overall wrestler is the Giant at an 86%. So we're gonna go ahead and maybe reflect that in our booking a little more. We definitely won't make any of the highest paid wrestlers list, especially Conrad themselves. I'm not making a dime because that's the avatar that I have. Our most committed wrestlers, we got Coach Emerson for an entire year, or for as long as we could, I guess, as we hired them up to be a new ref. Oldest wrestler. Don't have any of those. Youngest wrestler. Drew McIntyre at 20. This version of Drew McIntyre is 26. No history with the titles. Oh wait, let's go back. Okay, let's go here and then go to Strong Style. So, used to be in Paul Heyman used to be in charge. Conrad took it over in February of 2000. So I'm going to run this until February of 2020 or 2002. Excuse me. World title history. There, we've had 10 champions in our company's history. AJ Styles was the champ for a calendar year until the very same night. Cody Rhodes and Rob Van Dam somehow ended up with it. Oh, that may have been later in the month. Rob Van Dam won it, and then Cody Rhodes beat him. Sting beat Cody Rhodes before trading it back to him. Great Sasuke had that run where he again lost to Abyss, now a two-time champion. Bad News Kingston, brief reign, taking out Abyss. And then, yeah, Lance had it from April to September, which is really good for us. Not as good as AJ Styles having it for a calendar year, but they left the promotion. So I don't count theirs as successful, right? Okay. We've definitely had more champions than this, but there's 10 most recent TV title holders. We've only had 9 women's champions, starting with Saraya, Velvet Sky, Awesome Kong, Holly Holm, then Great Barrier. Great Barrier was women's champion at the same time Great Sasuke was men's champion for a brief period. Mickey James got it. Holly Holm, a 2-time champ. Molly Holly had it for a while. Awesome Kong was a fantastic champion for us. Held it for 6 months. Tag team history as well. A lot going on there. Sting's Army, 2-time champs. Hollywood Elite, a couple-time champs. Lashley and Martin held it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Love looking at all that. All right, that is going to do it for me for this afternoon. Now, I would like to thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. I'm wishing everybody out there chill vibes and a wish for clear skies. If you happen to find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. Quick shout out to Rocco for hanging out. Quick shout out to Gaming Master LT for hanging out. Lovely to see y'all. Hope you have a lovely day. Hope you had enjoyed your time with me. I will be back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, because I will be back on Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to continue our ways running several rental properties in Bear and Breakfast. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and find somebody to spread a little love to on our way out of here. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Thanks for spending the time with me you did. And we'll see you on Monday. Ta-ta for meow.